I started with 300 rupees, right? I started with 300 rupees and got myself three ebooks. And today I scaled it to $2,000.
Okay.
So that was my entrepreneur journey when I started with only 300 rupees and I lended it from one of my friends.
Hey everyone, Sanjay here from Contriver podcast, and in this third episode of Contriver Talk Show. Today I have interviewed one of the greatest person. It's a very special episode for me personally. Why is because I have interviewed a 17-year-old person. So his name is Pursottam Choudhary, but the things that he discussed, the things that he just taught me, or the things that we talked about, it was like I'm talking to someone who is 28 years old or 30 years old. The knowledge that he has, it's enormous. He was very motivating, and he's a great motivational factor for me too. And everything that he discussed, that was completely awesome, and he mentors somewhere around 10 people per day, and he attends 6 calls every day in online, and he earns a lot in Instagram. But apart from all that, he's a great human for sure. He's an awesome kid for sure. And the next thing is, coming to his personal life, he's a karate black belt holder, and all that just made me realize that age is just a number. So here's Pursottam for you guys, and in this entire interview, we have discussed a lot about money, and we have discussed a lot about books, and how to start a firm, and how did he start his online venture. He just started in 300 rupees, and today it's somewhere around $2,000 per month he's just earning. So how did he do that? And he is a mentor for many people in Instagram. How did that happen? His page is somewhere around 3,600 followers. How did that happen? We have discussed all this, and it's been an honor talking to him, and it's been an honor having him in our podcast, having him in our talk show. And yeah, here's Purushottam for you guys, and make sure you guys watch this complete episode, and comment and hit that subscribe button if you are really interested in getting daily motivational dose, and hit that notification button. I'm trying to scale up a lot in this particular playlist. I'll be interviewing people all around the world for sure, and let's get started with this interview.
Okay, we'll start.
Sure.
Okay, fine, Pursottam. And you're 17 years old as of now, and you run an Instagram page, and you are a topper in your college. I mean, which department are you studying in right now?
Commerce. I opted
Okay,
for
fine.
commerce.
Okay, commerce, fine. That's how business people. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just need a short self introduction for our audience about you.
Basically, my name is Pursottam Choudhary. I'm 17 years old from Kolkata, West Bengal. So, like my passion initially was basically academics. So, I always focused on my academics first to always to feel my parents that they are they are working hard. So to give them back, I always tried to stick to the academics, work hard, study hard for bringing grades, good grades, and always. And the second thing was my karate, because when I was a child, I used to see movies of martial arts, and it was my fantasy. So yeah, I started karate like 5 years ago, and we were going with that basically. And one of my deepest core belief was public speaking, because my father also spoke a lot, and I think it was inherited to me. And then I started public speaking when I was in class 2. So that was something great for me, and also my teachers helped me, and then I was into public speaking, and then it went like that until last year, when everything started changing gradually.
Okay, last year, what exactly happened that really changed Purushottam? I think you have delivered somewhere around 8 public speaking conferences, right? You have attended plenty,
Yeah,
but what was the one thing that really triggered you saying that this is the one thing that would make me a public speaker, and this is the one thing that would change me into the person that I always wanted to?
yeah. Basically, what happened is when I used to visit places like when I used to see big people, I admired like why, how are they at that position and why am I not at that position, right? And I lost many debates. Like losing is a part of winning. So I guess I'm probably guessing that I lost like 2 times than winning, and so I used to visit and I was losing. And there was a phase when I had a losing streak when I lost like every competition I visited. So yeah, like it was something, my teachers always like there's one teacher, my English teacher, like who supported me like in each and every phase, and she used to tell me like you are the winner for me, whatever happens you are the winner. So everything changed when I it was the biggest time when only 5 students from all over West Bengal were selected for the International Education Conference, right? And I was one of them. I was one of them, and it was our holidays going on, and I could not believe my ears when my principal called me and said, "Pursottam, you are in for the educational conference, so you need to report me in half an hour." Yeah, so I was stunned, and I just got ready and I went to school. And that's the moment when everything started changing, and that's the platform where I met Ruskin Bond, and I met startups like CEOs of startups from Malaysia, from Singapore, and they visited the platform. So yeah, that was the moment when it started changing everything. I started getting into reading. Like I was a avid reader, but then I started working on my skills. I got many books. Like I got a collection of around 20 to 30 books. So yeah, it goes on. It started changing from that time.
Okay. Okay, fine, Pushpa. So that's really good that you read plenty of books. But at one particular phase, you start realizing that the traditional education that you have in our country, you have in India, that's not up to the mark. That is not useful for your life. So when did you realize that? When did you realize that? And when did you start getting out of track? I mean, getting out of track in the sense, when did you start your page? You said that yesterday, probably yesterday or a day before, you just told me that you just said in your Instagram post saying that what is it? You had another page which had 500 followers, and you were so bored out of it, and you were demotivated because of it, and then you started
Right.
another. So when did you start thinking like you need a page, you need something beyond your academics to support your life? It's not that you get a good grade, you get a job, and your life will be done. And you feel like the traditional things that people tell you: go to school, get a job, and your life will be done. Your life will be settled. When did you think that that is not my cup of tea?
Right. So I'll tell you, Sanjay, that this is the same topic we are talking about. Uh, uh, I'll say that this was the same topic which brought me into a speaker, because I was speaking on this topic on a platform, and I was given the best speaker award because I always opposed, I opposed the education system. Education system of not only India but education system all over the world. Like when I was speaking about this topic, I said like this is a line which I think won me the prize, and it was like in the present education systems, if you get letter F, they say that you fail, but they never say that the F stands for failure, but they never say that F should stand for find another answer. This is the line which everyone, like every education system has. Like you get F and you fail in that, but no one says that you get F and you should start finding another answer, right? So I was never with the education system, and I always felt that education system promotes mediocrity and it does not support intelligence. You see, we are in a rat race, to get, like, we are playing a game to get grades, but no one is thinking about our creative skills. Like, the creativity is the most important skill we need to establish ourselves in the future, right? And I don't understand that metamorphic rocks and why mitochondria is called the powerhouse of the cell. How will it help us in opening a bank account or managing our stocks, right?
Yeah,
It is
exactly. So
it,
yeah, yeah, continue.
it is certainly not going to help us to, to establish into the society, right? Yeah, certainly this is going to help us in our career. If anyone pursues biology, it will help them. But no, living practically in the world, you are not going to solve the practical problems of the life by filling up the OMR sheets, right? This is my point of view. So instead of focusing on grades, and instead of focusing how well you do in exams, if we focus on how well you can solve the life skills problem, that's how you nurture creativity, you nurture intelligence into students.
Yes, exactly. That's the thing. Purushottam, to be true, I was an F student in my schooling, and when I just joined college, or I was completely an F student. I hate education system, to be true, but that doesn't really matter for my entrepreneurship journey. It's been somewhere around 5 years that I have started my entrepreneurial journey, and when I just started with zero money. In fact, with zero finance, I just started this. You don't. I mean. The entrepreneurship is not that hard as your education is. I feel that because I
Absolutely.
wasn't completely into the education thing. And there are people who feel like money is the thing, money is the biggest barrier to start a firm, money is the biggest barrier to be an entrepreneur. But probably time is the biggest barrier. The more you spend your time, that converts the time that you spend, that will be converted into money. So for me, the time that I spent somewhere around 5 years in even now, the more I learn, that will be converted into money. I know that I'm not a millionaire today, but I have seen a million. But today, probably there are people who study with me. There are people who had greater grades than me. Those people are just working for some pennies, to be true. Those people are just working for somewhere around 15,000, 12,000 per month. But today I'm earning more. That doesn't make me a superior one, but at the same time, I just want to encourage them, saying that this is not what you should be settled for. This is not your life. It's not that you just go to school, you just get a good grades and go get a job and help someone else to live their own dreams. So that is what I wanted to mention, and you are in a right track, I think so. And when did you start your page? What
Yeah,
really
right.
happened in that old page? You had some 500 followers.
um Basically, it was around 8 months ago, as I said right now, as I posted on my page. So like, I always dream for big, right? I never said that I'll get a job. Whenever anyone used to say, yeah, you're getting good grades, you'll get a job, I always used to deny them, because I said I am made for big, and I'm not going to settle for a job. And then it was around 8 months ago when I always wanted to be an entrepreneur, right? So I was thinking of ways of how can I be independent, like freedom is my deepest core belief. So around 8 months ago, I found out that Instagram theme page is the hottest platform to make money, and there is no age barrier. If you have the concept and you have the guts to do that, you'd be doing that even if you are 15 years old or 17 years old, right? So I went for that. I went for the Instagram theme pages, and I actually started gaining. I started reading blogs. I started watching YouTube videos for getting more information on Instagram theme page, and then I just launched a random page on Instagram. So, but even if you don't work in the right process, and if you don't work in the right system, you're not going to succeed. That's the basic formula for a business to nurture. So I started my page 5 months ago, and I was posting consistently, but but despite of my continuous efforts, I was not getting the results back, because I was not in the right track. So after 5 months I felt very demotivated. I had only 500 followers, and I did not make any money from that, right? So I felt demotivated, and I thought to quit. But then again came into my mind that you are not made for this, you are made for big, right? And I'll say, Sanjay, I started with 300 rupees, right? I started
Okay.
with 300 rupees and got myself three ebooks. And today I scaled it to $2,000.
Okay.
So that was my entrepreneur journey, when I started with only 300 rupees, and I lended it from one of my friends, because that time I was not allowed to have wallets. I was not allowed to have that all the things, bank balances to get the payments. So I lended it from one of my friend, and I started it, and then again I scaled it today. So I launched Dollars Business 2 months ago, where I worked in the right system. Like I was giving around 8 to 9 hours, like in the initial period on Instagram. I was giving them, and then I launched this page. And in the 2 months, I was able to scale it to 3,000 followers, and to multiply the source of income.
Yes, yeah, that's really awesome, Pushpatam, and congratulations for that. Yeah, the next question, I feel so. Does Instagram is fine, this is going good, and what about your future business, your full-time business? What is your plan, your business vision? What's your plan for your business?
Yeah, basically, I'm into commerce, so I would be pursuing MBA, like MBA in finance. And
Okay,
my plan is to launch a startup, because I got the entrepreneur ideas within me. And I would soon be launching YouTube, within a month I would be launching my YouTube. And then that would help me, market my for, like, when I launch my own startup, I would be, marketing that, because I got the idea of actually, marketing. And like I'm working with teams which have millions of network on social media. So I got the idea of, marketing. I got the idea of finance. So I will be soon launching a startup.
okay. Coming to the MBA, this is just my suggestion to be true. Probably, if you just join a great college in MBA in, or is it in India or abroad, that's really good to join MBA, and that would help you in networking. But whereas the value that they provide you, that's really less. To be true, I have some of my MBA graduates, I mean, my employees or my brothers or my cousins. So those people, the business idea that they have, that is none of that idea is concerned with the business that you actually do in your what is it, in your real life. The
Right,
ideas that I have, the strategies or the skills that I have, it might be marketing, it might be selling, or it might be something like designing the structure of a business. Those skills that I have earned in my past 5 years, that is never equal to those degree. So
absolutely.
yeah, instead of wasting the time in your PG, that is in your MBA, just take it as a suggestion now. So instead of wasting your time in your PG, try starting your own business. Try starting it. I mean, this internet business is completely awesome. But whereas when you just start it in a street, when you just set an office, when you sell a tangible product. So when you sell a physical product, I think you learn a lot rather than this social media. Of course, this is great, and you can make hell lot of money out of this. But the knowledge that you get when you just get into the street, market survey things, and when you just sell something to the customers, that I think that is completely awesome. The knowledge that you get out of there, that will be enormous. That's for sure.
Yeah, I see, like I hear you what you are saying. Like basically we are you say that like the time we invest into getting that MBA, the studying about MBA, yeah, it really like it takes time. And I have something similar plan like yours. I would be launching it soon, like in my 20s or 21s, when in just like 2 years, because I thought I got a plan that these 2 years I would be working on Instagram and YouTube. So these 2 years I would be working on that. And actually, all my expenses, what I have the plans is that all my expenses would be would be managed by the source of income I have from Instagram and YouTube, and the source of income from the company I start would be only for only for multiplying my income. So yeah, I got
Okay.
that plan, and I surely consider what you said, investing time for that would really be helpful if I invest the time in creating my business and scaling it further.
Okay.
Yeah.
So why did I tell you that? In the sense, let me give you an example. It's I'm an engineer to be true. So what really happened is I just started my first business at the age of 19. What happened is I had an internet cafe in my town. It's a what is it? A browsing center. What really happened is I had a lecturer who was teaching me management and entrepreneurship. What happened is I didn't have enough time to concentrate on my studies. And there were lots of special classes when you are an engineer. It's somewhere around, it's just like a 9 to 5 job. It gets completely bored,
Right.
and you just have to spend somewhere around 8 to 10 hours each day just for your college. And the traveling, all that, it takes somewhere around 13 hours just to, go sit in the college and do some mediocre things, as you
Yeah.
said. So what really happened? I just told him, no, I can't come to the special classes. I'm really held up with something else. I just told him, and he told me why. What's wrong? I told him I have a business that I should take care of, and I have just started it with my friends, and even they are busy. So we have to manage that. He was a person who would teach me management and entrepreneurship, but he just told me that you're still studying. Why do you need a business? You're still studying. When you're done with your studies, probably you can start a business. If you want to start a business, why don't you quit your engineering and start a business? That was completely rude. But at the same time, the person who didn't even sell 1 kilograms of tomato in a store, he's just teaching me management and entrepreneurship, and he's just advising me, saying that my entrepreneurship journey should be started after my engineering, after my graduation. So that's something completely stupid. So
Right.
that's the thing that happens to many engineers, not just engineers. That's the thing that happens to many graduates. So that's the reason I just suggest you that.
Yeah, right, right. Nobody is going to tell you like when to start or how to start, right? So this is the problem. That is why I said, education system promotes mediocrity rather than excellence, because these are the advices given to the students. Like
Yes.
you should always focus on your studies before, and then you should go to start. So the innovation
Yes.
innovation is what matters.
Yes, the value that you generate, there are plenty of search engines. Why Google is the number one? There are plenty of social network, including Facebook too. But why did we connect each other in Instagram? It is because the innovation and the value that they generate in their business.
Right.
So you might have plenty of competitors, and there are people who just get afraid because of competitors. But beating that competition is what business. So that matters a
Absolutely.
lot in business. Okay, fine, Pursottam. The next question is, what's your routine? At what time do you wake up and what time do you go to sleep? What do you do in between? What's your routine, Pursottam? You
So
have plenty of things to do in your life and you have plenty of things to do in your day, right?
right. So basically, when I started my Instagram business, it was a pretty hectic schedule, because I was constantly into learning. I was self-learning, and with that I was carrying on the Instagram business, right? And there are also classes going on, so I have to attend my tuitions. I had to cope up with my studies apart from the Instagram business. So yeah, like initial days were hectic. Like I used to spend around 8 or 9 hours a day, and so basically it got like since I started getting into the process, I started getting into the system, and it was a it was a like it was a smooth flow. So basically, it starts, like I get up at around 6 or something, and then there's I upload a story on my Instagram, and then I do some sort of engagement, and then it goes on to my normal routine, like getting fresh, then yeah, having my breakfast, and then again I'm into like I spend some time, and there are my tuition classes, so I attend my tuition classes then, and then again back to Instagram, like doing engagement, posting, and all those stuffs. And when I'm done with that, I go with like learning. Like I got number of courses for Instagram, so I go for learning. And since I am having my mentorship programs, so I got mentees. So there's time when I have to attend the calls of my mentees, so it goes on like 1.5 hour. So after mentoring them, I again go back, have some food, then go back to my studies, and then again at the evening it starts with Instagram. So again I'm posting on Instagram, and after posting that, engaging, and then again like having my dinner, and then at night it goes around 12:30. So a pretty hectic schedule every day. So it goes on.
Okay. That's really cool. When you're an entrepreneur, you just have to work somewhere around probably minimum of 12 hours and maximum of
Right.
16 hours. I work 18 hours too. So my schedule it starts at 4. So when I just wake up, I just get fresh up and I'll start listening to lots of audiobooks, podcasts, and then I'll get back home. I'll just go for a jog, and after 30 minutes, 45 minutes, I'll get back home. I'll start reading my books, and then I'll have my breakfast. I'll go visit my industry, and then I'll get back to another office, and all that happens. And back to my home, I'll be back at probably 10:30. So at that particular time, you met me in Instagram, but the truth is, I'm just using Instagram just to generate some value. I'm just recording what I really know. I'm just sharing it. That's it. I'm not that completely into Instagram. So my thing, I mean, the business that I have, that is completely different. That doesn't require Instagram too. So
Right.
that is the reason my Instagram is, I mean, the following or the engagement that I do in Instagram, that's completely low. Whereas you, it's completely awesome. One thing that I would suggest you is you have to maintain both. When you just start your own venture, when you just start your startup, what happens is you'll have tons of bugs. I mean, you when you just start, you'll have your employees calling you each and every time for some small errors that happens and some small issues that happen. So when you do that, I think I'm gonna what is it micromanage this Instagram stuff that I have for just for my page. So I think micromanaging is really important. But if you could develop a team which could micromanage your Instagram or your personal Instagram or your business Instagram, if you could have a team that could micromanage that, I think you can rock it.
Yeah, right. Right. If you could outsource that thing to, like, I'm planning on that. And once I get into the YouTube thing, I get into my startup, I'll surely be, I will be outsourcing different things to my team. So they'll be managing, posting, engagement, DMs, and everything sort of thing.
Okay, fine. When I think the other question, I didn't list that in our list. So you're 17 now.
Right.
Okay. What really happens when you have some mentees who are elder than you? What really happens when you try to
Uh,
mentor them? What
that's
really
funny.
happens? I had yeah, I was training people. I mean, an engineering course. I was just training people some CAD. Okay. What happened is those people were my seniors, but I used to train them, and they would feel like, "Where's the trainer? No, I'm the trainer." They would feel like, how can you can be a trainer, you're just a junior to me, and people feel so awkward at that particular time, and they feel so embarrassed because of that. So it is just a number to be true. The knowledge that you share, that really matters. You have any funny incident, or how do people treat you when they know that their mentor is younger than him or her?
Yeah. Basically, like I had a mentor, like I am still mentoring my mentee who is 28 years old. So yeah, so he is the oldest mentee I've got, and he is also some he's also in a company, he's also doing some sort of stuff. And though when we talk, it never happens. We never felt that like I am junior to him or I am smaller. My business, my parents did not knew about that. So I basically started with my sister. My sister used to she used to always she used to support me because she somewhere knew, because if I am going into the Instagram business, it would certainly turn into an asset, because we did not knew where it would take us, the Instagram business. But when we saw like it is turning into an asset, when there was actually cash flow incoming, so then I revealed it to my parents, and then of course my parents were supporting me anytime. I was working all day long, so they were support, like the things I needed to do, they were doing my part, because I was into the Instagram business initially. So yeah, they always supported me. And as I said, on the basis of on my in my school, I got a few teachers, 2 to 3 teachers, which always supported me at any time. My English teacher, she always was supporting me, because whatever happens, like I was going through that streak when I was losing all the tournament, all the competitions. So she was the one, who had faith in me, and she used to tell me that for me, you are the winner, and you would certainly do. And then the time came when I was actually winning, and she was always there with me when I was winning. So yeah, these
Yeah,
are the few people
there are
who
always
are.
great people. There are always great teachers too. I'm not a person who says that every teacher is good, but
Right,
there
right,
are some great people who can support you in your education system. But the thing is, not everyone is the same. That's the problem here. Not
right,
everyone needs to serve that. I mean, not everyone has a motive to serve a student. That's the problem.
right. And
Okay.
she never focused on studies. She was never you need to study about that. She was always, anything which I did, she supported in me, like in that, and she was pushing me to winning, and that is what I felt the most.
Okay. So yeah, your biggest motivation. I mean, someone who feel like this person. I mean, this man. He's completely unstoppable. I should try to be like him. Any motivational figures that you have?
Yeah, basically, there's like not specific person, if I could say. Like I like traits. I like traits. Something which I like in someone, and I think my father, because that spark of entrepreneur came from my father, because my father, he also did something like me, because we were he ran from his village, like around 25 to 30 years ago. He ran at the age of 60, and he was
Okay.
completely alone in the city of Kolkata. Like he did not knew anything. He was completely alone, and he turned that into asset, and we got properties right here. So yeah, that spark of entrepreneurship came from my father, and I always wanted do 10 times of what my father did. So yeah,
That's
I think, yeah, it always motivate.
okay.
It keeps me motivating every day. Every day.
Okay. Yeah. Fine, Purushottam. And any favorite books that you have? I mean, one or two.
Yeah. The power of your subconscious mind.
Conscious mind. Okay.
That's an awesome book. Then I got the Steve Jobs book. Then yeah, how to effectively, like how to win and influence people, and the effective speaking book.
Okay. The effective.
Dale
Okay. Fine.
Carnegie and Joseph Murphy.
Oh, that's good. And how many books do you read, Purushottam?
Yeah, I am reading one book, I am constantly reading, I'm giving some time, I'm completing a book, certain timing of the day for reading a book, and once I complete, I switch on to different book. So currently I am into the subconscious mind, I think. Yeah,
Okay. The power of your subconscious mind.
right.
Yeah, that's a
And it
great
really
book.
helps. It really
Yes.
helps. It really helps.
Yeah, I have read that book too. And yeah, Purushottam, one interesting question to you. What is money according to Purushottam? For some people, it's power. For some people, it's luxury. And what's money according to
For me, it's it's the tool which gives you freedom, right?
you? Okay.
Because what I see is it certainly cannot buy happiness. You need to have relations for happiness, but money is something which actually boosts your confidence in living your life. It's the tool for your freedom. Like, freedom is the deepest core belief one person has, and money certainly helps us to ascertain that freedom. Because if you got money, you could certainly, like, first thing is, you could fulfill your and your family needs, and certainly you could help others. If you got feelings with you, you are going to help others with the money you got, with the resources you got, right? And I think that, yeah, that's something which everyone needs to consider. While, like, it's not a rat race. You are not always going to get money, but yeah, if you are getting money, you need to utilize it properly.
Yes. So yeah, of course, money is just a tool, but I'm pretty sure that money can't solve all your problems, but money
Right.
can solve 90% of your problems for sure. Especially if you're in India, if you're a middle class person, probably money can solve 90% of your problem. And the people hate talking about money a lot. And there are people who feel like money is the evil source for everything. And I think those people are completely foolish. And
Yeah.
yeah, of course. Money is just a tool, just like a hammer. You can use it to build a building or hit yourself and get hurt. So that is how
Right.
money is according to me. And yeah, what's your life end goal?
Life end goals.
Yes.
Yeah, basically it is. I said, I'm going with entrepreneurship. I actually, like, I'll be taking public speaking as well, because if you are a public speaker, you are, like, it is one of the most important skill in an entrepreneur. So public speaking, and once I have got that, like, I want to scale my business, be it social media business or be it my offline business. And once I scale that, like, I certainly would do, would like to do something for, like, for the society, like social service thing. Like, I have that plans in my mind. Start setting up something, like setting up the social platforms where you can actually connect, like, setting up the institutions for helping students. So something like that, yeah, I would be doing that. But once I grow, there are ideas like coming inside, and so yeah, I would be working on that.
Yes, once you just grow, I think there are plenty of people who just feel like when you just talk about the end goal, if I get $1 million, that's it. My end goal is getting $1 million or getting $1 billion. That is my end goal. And there are plenty of people who feel like diverting, I mean, getting on a side track. Probably for next 10 years, my end goal might be I am working on an e-commerce business. I mean, making that business as a popular worldwide business. That's my end goal for 10 years. Probably after 10 years, that might change. And it's not
Right.
a bad thing that you change your end goal. And
Absolutely.
you don't figure out your life on the first day when you start your business. There are people who feel like, there are people who just ask you that your end vision. That's the reason I just asked you. I just wanted to tell you this. Your end goal or your end vision that changes you every 5 years or every 10 years. You don't figure out life so easy like five
Yeah.
years back. You might have been a different person 5 years back when you just completed your what is it 10th grade. You might have been a different person. You would have thought that studies is everything. You get a good grade and you feel like you can conquer this entire world. And when you
Right.
just start an entrepreneurship firm or when you just start your entrepreneurial journey just like this, you feel like no, this is not life. Study is not at all a life, and
Yeah.
there's something beyond it. And there are plenty of things that you could learn in this entire world. It's not that your school or your college is designed to teach you that, and that is what I feel like. Probably after 5 years or 10 years, things might change.
Absolutely. Uh, Goals are like, I got my daily goals, weekly goals, monthly goals. So I constantly work on getting that. If I got daily goals, and that builds up your success. If you are like, if you are setting up goals every day, you wake up, and every night you are, like, you are observing, did you achieve that goal? So that brings in the richer mindset, and that's how you actually grow. So yeah, so we need to keep it going. We need to keep changing for for growing. If we are not changing according to the world, we are not adapting, we are not growing.
Yes.
So that's how
Yeah.
I feel.
Every day you need to learn different things. Every day you need to know different things. It's not that you set a passive income for next 30 years and you just work for 10 years. You set a passive income for next 40 years and then you just quit entrepreneurship saying that I'll just travel around the world and I can live my own life. When you just return after 10 years, what really happens is the trend over here, the trend in entrepreneurship, that would have completely changed. 20 years
Right.
back, there was no Skype calling, or 20 years back, there was no Instagram. 20 years back, there was no smartphone that you use today or I use today. So the trend really changes very rapidly, and there is exponential growth in technology. That's the reason
Right.
the passive income, that's fine. You can make some money that would help your necessity or that would help your family. But for me, learning every day, that is what keeps you
Right.
going, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. You need to learn new things every day. You never know what helps you, or like what will help you tomorrow. So yeah, learning every day is necessary, and learning new things is necessary.
Yeah, and finally, one last question, Pursottam. So, would you like to add up on something else that you wanna say to this audience or those people who would watch in your what is it, in your page or in my podcast or something?
Yeah, sure. I just wanted to say, like, there is no age where you feel like, will I be able to do that or not? But you never feel like that, because once you are starting out, it's you who decide whether you will be doing it or not. And your competition, you never think that, yeah, I got a lot of competition in that, and should I be starting this or not? The only competition is you. Like every day you go to sleep, you compare yourself with yourself with one you were in the morning. So you need to develop every day. As you said, you need to start learning. So every day you learn something, you are developing every day. And it's never like I will start tomorrow and I'll start 2 months ago, right? If I would have started 2 months ago, I never knew that someone would have acquired what I am today, right? So you never need to think on whether to starting out. Once you start, you learn, and once you learn, you grow. So just I wanted to say that, you gain experience. You will fail. I have seen failures more than winning, but once you fail, you learn from that. And yeah, be consistent. Of course, you need to be consistent to grow. If you are not consistent, if you're not serious, if you don't visualize your success, you're not successful. That's the
Yeah.
motto.
One thing that I would like to add upon, when you are visualizing, there are plenty of people who just visualize the what is it, good things. Just visualize the what is it, the end goal, the sweet things in your success. It's better you visualize your problems too. What
Process.
would problems? Yeah, the cons that you get. Let's say you wanna start your Instagram page. What really happens if that doesn't grow? What really happens if you didn't get enough engagement? What would you do? It is really important that you visualize the what is it, cons too. And
Right.
when you just when your entire thing, when your entire business just gets into a downtrend, you'll feel like, man, I just forecasted it 10 years back and this is quite easy, I can manage it. If not, that would be a big surprise to you, and that would demotivate you a lot. And I
Right.
usually visualize the failures too.
Right. You need to not just focus on the end goals or the achievements you will make when you are starting. You need to focus on the process, because we generally tend to focus on, I am starting a business and I'll be earning money, I'll be doing this, I'll be living my dream life. But nobody considers what the process is. The process is where sometimes you fail, where sometimes you lose clients, where sometimes you don't get good engagement, where sometimes you don't grow. But if you don't consider your process, and if you feel demotivated when you fail, that's the downfall of your business. So if you are considering your process, and if you are working in that process, be it anything, you are actually like accepting the process, like you have won the 50% of the race, and then you execute the plans and you get the rest 50%. So I would generally like advise to focus on the process. Once you are into the process, once you are into the system, you are growing your business.
Yes, once you are in, you should start taking action. There are people who just say that every New Year I'll get a flat belly, and probably in the month of Jan they would visit the gym for 10 days, and they'll be like, "No, I'll get a flat belly within this year," but they won't even go to gym, and they get a gym subscription, and they feel like, "No, there are 11 more months to go. I'll get a flat belly," and then again
Right.
there are 10 more months to go, and that is completely stupid, and that is completely horrible. People don't take enough action. They feel like one angel would appear in front of them, and and that angel would say that you're a wizard, Harry. No, that's not gonna happen in this in reality, right?
Right.
So
Right.
take action, you'll get the
Absolutely.
results. It's not. The entire world is divided into two people. One who takes action, one who doesn't. The wannabes and the entrepreneurs, they will just feel like one fine day I'll become rich. The entrepreneurs, the real true entrepreneurs, they will be just like, no, I'll just work for it, and if I could work really hard, and if I could work really smart, if that really happens, if the things that I forecast that would really happen, I would become a billionaire. I think
Absolutely.
that's the clarity that you need in your life.
Right. 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 Absolutely.
Yeah, fine, Pursottam. It was great talking to you, and thanks for your valuable time. And it's been an honor having you in my podcast. And I hope this would help my community a lot. And I hope you got a little bit of value. We'll meet you soon. We'll meet you soon in some of
Yeah.
the other conference for sure.
Right. Thank you. It was definitely a good experience, talking to you, and the way we discussed on the values. So yeah, definitely it was a valuable call, and looking forward to talk to you.
Yeah, sure, Pursottam. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank
I
thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Thank you.
Have a
Cheers.